Hey guys, this is Kevin. This video is for how to remotely make a chipless WF-3640. I have to warn you that this is not teaching you how to make a chipless kind of printers. This is just for the customers who bought the solution from us and how we're going to communicate. So if you have no business with us, you will not learn anything. Okay, so just click that back button and save yourself some time. So just a quick background. WF-3640 is earlier models of Epson printer that have chipless software available. Back then, there are keys and there are ways to make a chipless. However, there are two batches. Like at the end of the production, Epson started making those printers that cannot convert to chipless. So all those chipless companies, they tried because they don't want the trouble of selling some of the key and the person cannot use it. So just withdraw from the market. So that's why you cannot find a 3640 like a chipless solution anywhere. So if you go to BCH Technologies.com and click a printer repair service, and we do offer 3640 motherboard conversion. However, after we convert it and we put in the printer and we send back to the customer, lots of times the customer override their firmware. So it's obvious such a hassle to drag the whole printer here or take the motherboard out and send to us. So that's what this video about. So we try to provide a solution that we can reset it over the internet. So the requirement for you is you have to be pretty savvy at computers and really comfortable with setting up things like a VPN, install uninstall program, and have some pretty advanced knowledge with a computer. We're not going to call you and Facebook with you or talk back and forth. We're going to just straight to the point. And if you don't know how to do it, we're not going to help you to figure out how to do it. Okay, computer-wise. Okay, so just straightforward, one shot. And we're going to make an appointment and we're going to finish everything in 5 minutes. And if you cannot get done with that 5 minutes, okay, you have to take your motherboard out and figure out a way to send to us. Okay. Yeah, we try to avoid a situation that...
So he met this chick on the internet, which is sketchy.
The internet?
Yeah, it's like a series of computers that are connected through...
Computers?
A computer's like a big calculator, you know, with a screen.
To figure out what kind of printer you have, one clue is looking for this serial number. Epson started making non-resettable printers after like a higher SEYYB. So this number after YY it starts from 1 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then A, then B. So if you have SEYYA, that probably is okay. And if you get SEYYB, you only get 50% of chance. And probably you should just go ahead and buy a resettable mainboard. For example, if you have a SEYY5, you can assume your printer is resettable. However, if you bought a printer from us, and it's going to be higher serial number because we know how to change the mainboard. Your mainboard is already changed to resettable. I mean, you have to do physically. So if you bought a printer from us, you don't need to worry about it. Okay, second step is we're going to download a TeamViewer. Lots of you already have the TeamViewer on your printer, on your computer, so you don't need to download another copy. So here, just like I'm going to just talk to regular folks. I never touched this before. So you go to teamviewer.com and download. You can just leave install everything as default, and after it's done, click sign up and give it your like one of the email address and your name, password, and then you'll have to go to your email to confirm it. Then your TeamViewer account is active. Then open up your TeamViewer and click that gear button. Click Advanced. Show Advanced options. Scroll down and see the Advanced Network Settings. Install VPN. If you don't have the VPN driver installed, you're going to see only two options, remote control and file transfer on the remote control option the tab. However, let's see if we got installed, what it's going to look like. Again, gear advanced, show advanced options and advanced network settings. Then we're going to click install on the install VPN driver. So this is what happened. So it's just freeze here and nothing happened. And guess what I did? I restarted the computer. Anyway, I'm going to go pretty fast on this tutorial. So we're going to weed out a couple of people just not suitable to do this online. Okay, get it restarted. Let's see it works. Yeah, here. Where is it? And you see the VPN is already installed. So we just click install the printer driver. So you need two things installed: the VPN driver and the printer driver. And now you can see it add a VPN as one of the selections on the remote management tab. And you need to get this done before contacting us. And we don't answer any questions about how to install the TeamViewer or any problem you associate with the TeamViewer. Okay, now we go to Google and search for USB redirector. And it will be from this company. Click download. Do not click download the free client. And they'll give you a 15-day full function trial. That's why you want to download the real thing, not the free client. Fire it up, and you can see you got a 15-day left. Just click continue evaluation. You're going to see a list of USB devices that you can share. Again, get this done before our appointment. We're not going to troubleshoot or answer any question related to this software. You're supposed to mount the printer in a service mode. So I just like to show you what it looks like when it's not in service mode. So if I start the printer normally, and let's see what the USB redirector look like. So we got a microphone, USB mouse, USB storage, Wi-Fi card, USB keyboard. Then look at this, Epson WF-3640, and I gave you the device serial number. It means I mount a regular 3640, so it's not serviceable. It must be in service mode. When it's in service mode, it will be look like the next line: USB printer, high speed USB printer, and it cannot detect any model number or brand number. If also notice is not plugged in now, so it's not plugged in. So to put the printer back to service mode, so we turn off the printer, hold down that orange sign, and hold down number 1 on the keypad. Then hold down the home button, and now push the power button and hold. So you get orange 1, home and power. Then you're going to see this line comes up. The screen look black. If you see the letter is in red, that means you hold too long, so you have to restart. Just power it off, unplug it, plug it back, and hold down those 4 buttons until you see this. Oh, by the way, your printer has to be plugged in with a USB because you're using the USB redirector. This will happen at the USB redirector. I push button now and starting up, and you can hear beep and see. And the device serial number is 00, and it's a high-speed USB printer. Okay, so that's mounted. Oh, I already shared it. I mean, the first time you plug in, it will not be shared. See the little hand be on the bottom of the USB icon. So let's see. So let me stop the sharing. Right click and stop sharing. You will see it look like this, just a regular USB printer without serial number. So you right click and say share, and it will pick up. So this USB redirector is ready. You need to get a TeamViewer USB redirector, and the printer ready, already mounted. And we're going to give you a phone number to text, and now text that number says, I'm ready. Receive a text back on your phone with the computer ID and the password. And go to remote control panel of your TeamViewer and type in that the text your ID, the 1300, and tap that exactly number on the VPN box. Click VPN, select the VPN, and then type in that computer ID, and then click connect. And they will ask for password. The password is the password in that picture in the text file I sent you. It's not a password it's not that your password, it's my password, okay? And it's password for that 1300 computer. After that, you're going to see a pop-up window and see the column your IP, and wait until that column is populated with numbers. It's going to be empty first, then it'll show up your IP. After your IP show up, snap a picture of this, clear picture, and text me back that picture. So I'm going to use the information of this picture to connect to your printer. And after you send a picture, do not shut down your software. Do not shut down your USB port director, of course, because I need to work on it. So after I'm done working on it, I'll text you back and say I'm done. So at this time, do not shut down your software either. So your printer will still look like this, and your software is still hang on the window. And so at this time, as my computer finished their work, they transfer every information to yours. It's going to take time. I tried it. Sometimes it takes 5-10 minutes. So just like leave everything like this and take a walk and come back see the result. If it hang on like this, the result is not ready yet. If the write is successful and it's going to display ROM 1 and then the checksum and which version it is, ROM 2 checksum which version it is, and this means it's successful. And if your printer is not a version that's not writable, it's going to display ROM is not writable, and then you have to just contact me and say my ROM is not writable. Okay, so now everything is successful. We're gonna shut down this printer. Just hold down the 0 key, the 0, and just hold it down. It's gonna shut it off, and then when you restart it, your printer is chipless and the whole thing is finished. And you can shut down your software, or you can uninstall it, whatever you want to do with the software, and it's done. And okay, I hope this will help you to figure out how to do the conversion over the internet. And please visit us at www.bchtechnologies.com or locally at Greensboro, North Carolina. Cheers.